Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Korra fans, and others who stumble upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and actually, I was debating whether I wanted to do this review today or tomorrow, but I'm gonna do it today because I just finished watching. It was 3 episodes, and I'm actually surprised. I'm gonna leave a link to them down below so you guys can go watch that. So yeah. In case you missed it. Oh my gosh, this. It's gonna suck because it's 3 episodes in one review, and I'm kind of crunched on the whole time because of the stuff I'm dealing with YouTube. So, 15 minutes, let's go. So book three. It didn't take as long as book two to come out, so I'm happy about that. It did take me as a surprise when I saw that it was out because I didn't know it was coming out today, so completely threw me off. But I am going to be doing the reviews weekly like I was with book two and book one, and then eventually book four. So today's, I guess, 3 episodes. We got to see the results of the harmonic convergence after Korra fought Batu and left the portals open for the spirits to come in and live side to side with the humankind. Um, Unfortunately, because of this situation, Republic City was covered with vines and spirits were running amok all over the place. Like they're not bad spirits, like none at all, but they're just basically taking over the area. Um, People are hating on the president and they're hating on Korra because she can't fix this. It's been a couple of weeks since the fight happened and since the portals were left open. But Korra has not managed to find a way to fix everything, so people are starting to distrust, and dislike her, which in turn makes her feel bad. Um, but she keeps trying. She keeps trying. The craziest thing happened though. Because of this whole thing happening, Boomy is now an Airbender, which I saw it. I have to mention this because this made me laugh. I watched it like I kept rewinding and going back. Freaking Milo's face, like, cause he discovered it by accident, and then he's trying to explain it to everybody while they're eating. He's like, I'm an airbender, nobody believes him. And then so he's like, maybe when I'm in danger, he has Bola in, throw him giant boulders so he can try to defend himself. And Milo comes in, like, catch Boomy, and he throws a plate at him, and Boomy just, oh my gosh, like he stops it, and then like Milo's face, oh my gosh, that makes it worth watching the first episode. Just his face was hilarious. Milo, as I've always said, Milo is my favorite of the 3 kids, or the 4 kids now, but it was hilarious. So Boomy's an airbender, and actually a lot of people start, around the world now, start gaining the ability to airbend. And they start thinking, maybe it's because this whole stuff is going on. When Korra fails to, like she actually thought of a plan, using that one technique that Unalak taught her with the whole water bending to DNA cycle thingy, whatever. That's supposed to relax and calm down an evil spirit. It kind of worked until right after she finished, because then the vines went haywire and took down another building. Um, and then when they discovered the Airbenders, she rescued one, and then the president basically told her she had to leave. So she was kicked out of Republic City, basically. And she was like, fine, I was gonna leave anyways. Because now the gang is gonna go find Airbenders to recreate the Air Nomads. Um, so that's what they're gonna. That's literally what they're gonna do. Um, so it's Korra, Bolin, Mako, Tenzin, Jinora, and Asami, and then like Asami has a freaking big ship. Dude, Asami is like now freaking genius status, building machines. Like she literally has this giant airship that is freaking humongous to where everybody can fit in. I'm pretty sure Republic City itself, every human person in there could fit in that ship. Um, it's an airship. I don't know if I said that. It's freaking huge though. But they're gonna go travel. Basically, they're trying to reach Boston. Like the final point right now on the journey is to reach Boston Say, which is the biggest. basically Mako kind of found out about the whole, like, he's actually the one that found the first Airbender that they found. Wow, that sounded so weird. But he actually, got information, and then he got a map where the Airbenders had been spotted throughout the Earth Kingdom. So, yo, um, I gotta say the chemistry right now, I'm Mako right now. I'm kind of like before. Actually, I still think Mako is now my favorite one. I think Mako's been my least favorite character out of the four mains since the beginning. Wow. Honestly, I mean, I can't remember right now, but he's bad. Like, his chemistry right now is bad because really the only one he can get along with is Bolin because he's so awkward towards Korra and Asami since basically he dumped Asami, went with Korra. Korra dumped him, went back with Asami, and then stuff happened, and now nobody's with anybody. So it's he acts really awkward. Like he treats Korra like the Avatar, not as Korra. So I don't know, but I thought that was something I had to say, and that because of that he didn't want to go, but Bolin convinced him, and then so he showed up. Their journey through the Earth Kingdom was a failure because they couldn't get anybody to join them. Like, nobody liked what they were saying, right? Nobody cared or just did not even want to bother with anything that they were saying. Tenzin just failed, and then Korra failed even worse because then, like, she's like, okay, your way didn't work, let me try my way. And so when she went to talk to somebody, let's just say things got a little out of hand. Korra almost got in a fight. No. Um, Also, throughout all this shenanigans, this guy got airbending, and he was a prisoner. Apparently, it's a gang, something. They were gang. He got airbending, and then he was able to escape prison, rescue his earthbending buddy, who was okay. So he was in the air temples, I believe. The Earthbender was in the middle of the ocean, like it was a little island thing that they had made. It was a prison for him. Then the other girl, it was a girl who was in a volcano, I believe. And then this next episode, I'm guessing they're gonna reach the fourth chick, or the other character, which is another girl who's actually in the North Pole. Um, Also, we got to see Zuko, and he looks really old. He looks really old. But I can't wait to see him. I mean, I don't know if he's going to fight. I would like to see him fight. He has a dragon, too, which brings up a question. Because the previous series, dragons, there was only two of them. And they were in that one place. And they were both male. So how the heck did the baby dragon... How were dragons reproducing? That's all I want to ask. So there's that. Then back to the story. They end up reaching a place, and then actually, Bolin's the one that comes up with an idea this time. He's like, let's make a show. Like, kind of show people, hey, this is what airbending is. This is what airbending can do. If you're an airbender, how about you join, and then you can learn too. So they put on the show in this little village, and then this one kid shows up, and he's like, yeah, I'm an airbender, and I would like to join you guys, and that's so cool. Turns out the little kid's a thief. He is an airbender, but he's a thief and a liar. Because he told them about his parents and thieves that are get bandits that went in, and his parents died protecting the village. Blah blah blah. And so when they take him in, the bandits show up to try to basically take him back, and then Korra fights them. And then he's like, I'm not letting you bandits take this poor little innocent boy. And they're like, whoa, 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 I'm the general. He has a badge and everything. He's like, I'm a freaking And I don't know what he told you, but he's the thief. And then he goes off to say the truth. And then like Mako actually caught him trying to run away. And then they still keep him because they have to teach. He's an airbender. He's the only one that's joined them. Might as well keep him and teach him the right way to do things. So they take him with them, and then they go to the Earth Kingdom. Or not. Well, I mean, they're already in the Earth Kingdom, but they go to Boss and say, "Well, I gotta say, the lower ring looks like shit. Like, before it wasn't as bad as now. Like literally, it's terrible in there. Like they flew over there, and I'm like, that looks like a tornado came in and then raped the lower ring, and then they had a mini flood that came out of nowhere, and then another tornado hit it. It was just awful, and then they go to the middle ring, which looks as nice as before, and then they get to the upper ring, which is still amazing as ever, but that lower ring looked horrible, and I gotta say that's bad. They're gonna meet the queen, and then apparently everybody's scared of the queen because even her servant, or not her servant. I think it's I don't know if it's a woman or a man. It's an old person, who's like I guess her secretary, and she was freaking out. Like she's like talking about rules and how you gotta be this way with the queen. You can't eat when you're with the queen unless she eats first, but then she has to try the food first just in case it's poison, and then she can eat it, and then you can eat it. It was a whole mess of rules and nonsense. It was terrible. Um, so Korra goes to meet her about finding the Airbenders, and like that queen is nuts. Let me just say it right now, that queen is off her rocker. Like she needs to be on medications, locked up in a freaking straitjacket. I'm being serious. This chick was yelling at a gardener who made these beautiful swans, and said that he needs to be in prison because apparently the swans were blocking the koi fish pool and they had to start over again. I'm like, okay, this girl's psycho. And then not only that, she goes off insane talking about how Aang and Zuko stole her kingdom because apparently Republic City is part of the Earth Kingdom, which actually I think they said that before in the first season. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, that's not even the point. The point is she's freaking Luku. Um, and then so she's like, okay, well I'll help you out, but you need to give me some money. I have a vault in this certain village in this certain place, and every time that I go get people to go get me the money, bandits come and take it away. So I'm gonna send you guys. You do that, and then I'll give you your help. So Korra goes with the Sami, right? Like all chilled out and everything. And the little kid, which I know he's gonna be a main character, so I have to memorize his name in the next episode. Um, but he's still a thief. Like he's still stealing, and he actually Mako and Bolin find him because he kind of sneaked away and to rob people. Um, and then he kind of messes with Bolin and Mako. Cause he gets in the train and then like they catch him, but then he does something, and then they're trapped in the train while he's outside, and then they're taken to the lower ring, which is it would be horrible. It actually it looked terrible. It did. And but they got to meet their family. They were talking about how their parents their dad lived in Ba Sing Se. He lived in the lower city basically, the lower ring, and so they met their family, their uncle, their grandma, their cousin, a bunch of people there. Um, and so I mean I'm gonna say that's nice. They got to see their family. We got to know we know that both their parents are dead, and that's why they were living in the streets and in terrible conditions. Um, so that was the thing, right? That was the thing. But the kid is over there doing his nonsense. Korra and Masami are able to get the money. They beat the bandits, which weren't really bandits. They were just civilians who think it's wrong for the queen to be stealing their money. It was tax money, but like I guess it's the citizens' money. People and taxes. It always gets complicated. When they take it back though, um, the chick says there's no airbenders in the city. So Korra's like, I know there's airbenders here, and I'm gonna find them whether you like it or not. And so she walks out. And then we actually find out what's wrong because Mako and Bolin start talking to them about they're here to find airbenders, and they tell them that airbenders do exist in the city, but anytime one is found out, the Dai Li, which if everyone remembers, they're the crazy people from the first series, come in and kidnap them and take them to another place, and they're never heard from again. So we know this, and we actually see the little kid get kidnapped by the Dai Li, because I mean it's technically his fault because he's still stealing using airbending. Um, but he gets caught, and then we get to see what is going on. Apparently, it's a freaking army of airbenders. Hail the Queen, blah blah nonsense. So apparently this season's gonna be in the Earth Kingdom, which isn't bad. I didn't like it. No, I think it's cool. Boston State was cool. But anyways, that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments down below. Like I said, links in the description. And I'll see you guys next week with the next review. See you guys later.